Hey, everybody, it's James Gray, and welcome to the Gray Matter podcast, where I help you master AI, master yourself, and build what matters. And today I wanted to kind of share some nuggets from a book that I'm reading called The Way of Excellence by Brad Stulberg, a guide to true greatness and deep satisfaction in a chaotic world. And we are certainly living in a chaotic world. Right? AI is reshaping jobs, the economy, companies, the skills that matter moving forward. And there's a passage here that I think will be helpful that I hope you reflect on throughout the course of the day and this week as you're thinking about where do you apply your time? Where do you apply your expertise? And with things shifting, I think this is a really important question that we're all being faced with right now as AI is really making a lot of changes and transforming the world that we live in. And I'm going to share a passage from the second chapter around the psychology of excellence. And this is something that, as I read this, really resonated with me. And it's called Selecting Worthwhile Pursuits. Because every day we have an option to say yes or no to something, some kind of project, something, and the ability to have like a diagnostic or some way to think about saying yes or no, I think will be helpful. And so I'll just kind of read this. Decades of research on human motivation, satisfaction, and fulfillment demonstrate that we thrive over the long haul with three core needs that are met. And number one, autonomy, or the ability to have some control over how we spend our time and energy. So this would be the first thing. Is this thing that I'm about to do or say yes to, does it give me, right, more control over how I spend this beautiful time and energy that we have? Number two, competence, or a path towards concrete improvement in our chosen pursuits. So the spirit of this second one is really around, is this thing allowing us to grow and advance our kind of skill and our craft? Does it allow us to kind of grow and get kind of deeper competence in it? And the third is belonging, or a sense of connection to something beyond ourselves, be it another person, community, lineage, or tradition. So as we go and do this task, this project, this job, how connected are we to it? Like, what kind of emotional connection do we feel this? Or are we just doing the task to just get through it because it just doesn't offer anything more than just kind of doing the task? It doesn't allow us to have something connection beyond ourselves. And then he goes on to say, the more time and energy we spend on pursuits that afford us autonomy, competence, and belonging, the better. When evaluating career opportunities, projects, and goals, we can ask ourselves, and this is the important question that I think we should always have in our kind of memory bank. Will it increase or decrease autonomy, competence, or belonging in my life? And so as you go throughout today, throughout the week, if you're maybe struggling a little bit of should you say yes to something, or perhaps you're thinking about the job that you're in, kind of ask yourself this question. Or perhaps you put this in a prompt and maybe you're struggling. Go ahead and riff with Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini about this thing, this job, this task, this project, where you're maybe struggling with, do I say yes to it? Is this, right, a worthwhile pursuit, as Brad Stulberg would say? And he says, hey, for existing projects, we can consider if there are actions to enrich our core needs. How can we protect our autonomy? If we're working with others, what conversations might help? What can we do to set worthwhile goals? How can we stay connected to something larger than ourselves? What would it look like to shape our lives for more mastery and mattering? So this was from kind of chapter 2, this idea of kind of the psychology of excellence. And so that I'll leave that with you. This thing that you're going to spend time on or deciding whether to spend time on, right? Does it give you, does it increase or decrease, right? That level of autonomy, of choice and decision. Does it allow you to grow your level of competence in the craft that you're in, or does it just, just kind of doing the job just to do their job? And three, what kind of belonging do we have to this activity, right? So I'm hoping this prompt kind of helped you think about that as you go throughout the day. And I look forward to hearing your comments. Have a great day.